Hey, yeah, what's up? This is Disciple Marshall Occurrence, rain back up in this anti-Illuminati all day, anti-telepathy all day. Hey, yeah, so this video gonna be basically about what's worse, a gangbanger that kills your kids and kills your community, or a racist man in the hood, in the woods, minding his business. What's worse, a gangbanger killing your kids that you feel is down, or a racist man that use racist words, but's in the woods somewhere way away from your community and has not harmed your community. I'm talking about everyday people. I'm not talking about these politicians and things like that that you can compare and say that they're worse than a gangbanger because their actions is more widespread. I'm talking about everyday common people. What's worse? A gangbanger that's killing your kids and killing your nephews and aunties, or a racist white man that's in the woods somewhere, minding his business that you never see in ever. You never see him, his kids, or nothing. There's no way you can convince me that the racist white man is worse. Because newsflash, you can't make everybody love you. You can't make everybody love you, man. I mean, honestly, just like I told America, everyone has enemies. Okay? And if you do a lot of things that's wrong, you will have what I call legitimate enemies. That means enemies that deserve to be your enemies. When you start killing each other and killing people, you create enemies. Let me say that again. When you start killing people and killing each other, you create enemies. If you're willing to be loyal to that, then that's you. You know, that's your personal path. That's not my personal path. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in killing people that don't deserve to die. I don't believe in killing kids for absolutely no reason. Or they being killed for absolutely no reason. I don't believe in that. You know what I'm saying? If someone dies concerning my life, it was a reason. They either got involved, or whether it was men, women, or children, they some way got involved in the cyclone, in the vortex of the spiritual war that I'm in. And that's not my fault, because every weapon will be broken on my side. I don't care what it is. It can be a dog, it can be a child, it can be whatever you're using. If it's a weapon, it's going to be broken. That makes sense in war. If you're in real-time war, and a kid uses an AK-47 against you, what are you going to do? You see a kid pointing an AK-47 at you. You're going to break the weapon. It's simple as that. This is war, man. This ain't patty cake, Play-Doh time. There's no Play-Doh over here. You know? And now you see with COVID-19, we not playing. That's for you, big baby. That's for all you people that's playing around and playing games. All right, so back to what's worse, okay? Because what the thing is, okay, when people you are a grown man and grown woman. If you still getting offended when somebody calls you a nigger, if you get offended at that, then and you're a grown man, you have not adapted to your enemy. Let me say that again. If you're still getting offended when somebody calls you a nigger, you have not adapted and overcome your enemy. I done been living on a job. I done worked on a job where a white man called me a monkey. Half of you black people have not even been through that. You ain't been through no white person calling you a monkey on the job, and you have to still work where that person is at. I did that. And guess what? By the end of by that Thanksgiving of that year in 2003, that white man was shaking my hand. You know why he was shaking my hand? Because he didn't find any ignorance in me. He didn't find any ignorance in me. I was only 22 years old. He thought I was an ignorant little black dude. But he seen I worked hard and applied myself and minded my business and kept my composure. Most of y'all would have quit. I worked in his face till he shook my hand. So don't act like I'm out of touch. It's you that's out of touch. Because by now, in 2021, you should have been able to overcome your enemy to where his words can't hurt you. Calling me a nigga can't hurt me. You can't hurt me with that. That's the best you got. Like we in school or something. That don't bother me. I'm waiting till you get in my way, in my path, and you see what I do. I knock you out the box. I don't care what color you are. That's the American way of war. You can't be trying to pick no sides. Ain't no sides. When you see black on black crime and you see black people killing each other, ain't no sides. You can feed yourselves that movement foolishness, but while you're feeding yourself that and you rich black people are joining together, that's good for you. But you are a rich black movement. That's all you are. You're not a black community movement. I'm just keeping it 100. So you're still boxed in. That's how they got it. If it was a black movement in the community, it would have already been a war already. There's white people, that's racist white people that's waiting for you to jump up. That's why they own me. You know why they own me? Because I'm shaking it up. I'm breaking it up. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm doing. Ain't no difference for me than nobody else. I'm hitting the real targets. That's what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they put all them names on me and put all these games and surrounded me and driving past my place. You know why they doing that? Because I have attacked the real enemy. While you sitting up there killing each other and then getting offended when a white man call you a nigger. That's what you're doing. Say it again for the slow people. You sitting up killing each other like that don't mean nothing. Like that don't mean nothing. It means everything concerning your perspective on unity and movement. It means everything. You cannot contradict yourself that sharply. I'm sorry. Let me say that again. You can't contradict yourself that sharply. You can't be sitting up talking about a movement, sitting up talking about what white people doing, and you think this is cliche. This has been said so often to you, you almost think this is cliche. Stop the killing, stop black on black crime. You think that's cliche almost. I feel like it's fresh and relevant to me right now. It's an issue, an emergency right now, while you've gotten used to it and callous to it. You know, you can't contradict yourself that sharply and then expect people to take you seriously when you're talking about racism. So again, what is worse? Somebody that's sitting up killing each other, or a white man sitting in a rocking chair in the woods saying racist stuff on social media? What's worse? He's eons away from your world and your dimensions, period. He's away from your world, totally. And you worried about what he talking about. But how many real people stood up against Donald Trump? Man, they joined him. Kanye West joined him. That fool can't ever talk to me about talking about he for black people and act like he started a movement. Bruh, ain't that much mental sickness in the world. I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm just keeping it 100. You can't, until you denounce Donald Trump, I don't see you, bruh. I don't see you. I don't see you. I don't care. Ain't no strategy in that foolishness. Nah, You know what I'm saying? Donald Trump comes from a place of time, in a place and time where rich white people would sit around and be condescending on black people. That's why he act like that. He don't have to be considered, he isn't necessarily a racist, but he's been around a system. He's been around a perspective of black people know they lane, stay over here. Stay over there. Don't come over here. That kind of mentality where don't you Who you talking to, nigga? That kind of mentality. So you telling me all them rich people he be golfing with got this beautiful perspective towards black people? Come on, man. I mean, you don't got you. All you got to do is realize Donald Trump's circle, and you'll realize Donald Trump mentality. This is the dude who try to hang and rub shoulders with rich white people in the 80s, the 90s, and all that. What kind of people you think he was conversating with, and what you think they was conversating about during that Reagan era, during all that time, the Clinton era, all that going on? What you think they was conversating about? We just love black people. They got a funny way of showing it. Got a funny way of showing it, buddy. Okay? So, all I'm saying is this. You know what I'm saying? There's no way you could try to seek out races. You know, if you ever try to seek me out thinking I'm racist or something like that towards you, I'm going to look at you in the face. I'm talking to black people. If you ever think that about me, the first thing I'm going to tell you, bro, first of all, you need to go check your community. That's the first thing you need to do, because you worried about a mindset and a mentality, and you need to be sitting up worrying about people that's killing you. That's what you need to do. But you scared to face your first enemy, which is yourself, and you don't want to realize it. People in the hood is killing each other. And it don't matter what laws you change, and it don't matter what races you think you checking. If you don't check that, your people per se is still gonna be going down the drain. It's a common sense thing. You can't put the cart before the horse. That's what the old school used to say. You can't put the cart before the horse. In other words, you can't put one agenda in front of the most important agenda. The first agenda is clean your community up and change the mentality thereof. Then people would take you seriously. Then you would get laws passed, because then your community would be taken seriously and will be respected for cleaning themselves up. You don't think people think like that? They are trying to change. Let's give them a couple. Let's change some laws. Let's do some things. Ain't nobody doing nothing for y'all killing each other. Because what difference would it really make? Yeah, that's the first thing. I dare somebody try to check me on being racist when you ain't checking your community. And that's just the American community, the community mentality. Sitting up trying to check somebody, but you scared to check your first real enemy. Your first enemy, I'm sorry to tell you, is you. That's who it is. While you sitting up looking for somebody else, and you sitting up looking for some hidden enemy, some sellout, some Uncle Tom, why don't you look at the people that's killing your community? Is that too hard for you to do when they're right there, less than 5-10 miles from you? Is it hard for you to go and talk to people about killing each other? Is it hard for your celebrities to go talk about killing each other and go down to the hoods where they say they from and go talk to these people about killing each other? Because nobody don't take you seriously, man. I don't take nobody seriously up there killing each other. That's real. Y'all just lost young Dolph in front of a cookie shop. Not in front of a dope block. A cookie shop. This kid get killed in front of a cookie shop. I don't care what the politics is. I honestly don't care. You understand? I honestly don't care. All I know is he was at a cookie shop, gunned down in front of a cookie shop, not in front of a dope block. Not trying to rob somebody. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, and that probably was almost done for fun. But yet you want to talk about the racist man that's in the hood, that's in the woods on social media. Maybe he looking at that. Maybe he looking at young Dolph. Maybe he looking at people like young Dolph that got killed. Maybe he looking at that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's the audacity of you to try to check white people without checking black on black crime is amazing. That mentality is amazing. So like I said, what's worse? The mentality of gangbanging and killing kids and killing your aunties and uncles, or somebody that's in the hood, in the woods, Somebody that's in the woods minding their business on social media. You can't be serious, bro. You know what I'm saying? And see, here's the thing. You rather die not challenging your community and die being loyal to each other like that's some Thelma and Louise story. That's up to you. But it's sad to die without change. It's sad to die without seeing you overcome your real enemy. It's sad. It's sad. You can't even face them because you can't face no racist. How you gonna face a racist when you ain't face people that's killing your kids? It ain't that much game and dope selling in the world, and they ain't making that much money in the dope game anyway in 2021. Ain't nobody making no money in no dope game. How you making money in the dope game? Unless you just shipping off blocks, shipping off keys, shipping off birds. If you ain't shipping off birds, man, it ain't even worth it. If you ain't selling kilos, it ain't even worth it. If you nickeling and diming and selling 20s and nickels or crack in 2021, it ain't even worth it. What you waiting for? Just to say you sell dope? You ain't got no street rep yet. You ain't become a street legend, so you gotta prove yourself. That's what a lot is going on, man. I'm telling you, a lot of people out there trying to prove that they thugs, that they crack sellers. You know what I'm saying? It don't even make no sense because they ain't making no money. They just out there to be a part of crack dealers. Just to say they are crack dealers. You ain't making no money. You are not making no money. And then if you are, it's so much tension. You can't even enjoy it. How you gonna enjoy that when you got a million scavengers? You got a million scavengers waiting to try to come up off you, waiting for the right moment to catch you slipping, waiting for the right moment for you when you re-up and you got everything, waiting for you to slip. You know what I'm saying? It's time, man. It's time today, man, for people to realize, man, cut the foolishness out, man. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to racism, black people don't have no room to talk about it because it's so much of a sharp contradiction. The contradiction is so sharp with the killing that nobody takes you seriously. I'm not taking you seriously. Why should I take you seriously? People take me seriously when I talk about it because I'm checking you. I'm talking to the black community and I'm talking to the white community. That's why they take me seriously, because I see all of it. I'm not trying to half-step and play games, and I'm not trying to shuck and jive. When it comes to talking about this black on black killing, y'all shucking and jiving, like the old school say. You conning your way you have conned your way all through this black on black killing. Sidestepping it, saying this and that, starting Black Lives Matter, but not even going down to the hood. Can you show me any footage of black on black or Black Lives Matter going to Compton and Brooklyn? In the Bronx and South Bronx? Can you show me them going to Chicago, down to South Side Chicago? You can't do it, can you? You can't show me no footage of them in Florida and Miami, huh? Because they ain't about that life, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They quick to go holler at some stuff, sidestepping the obvious, which is the black on black crime. And so if Black Lives Matter, then why you ain't checking the most highest issue, which is black on black killing? Why aren't you checking black on black killing? You are doing nothing no more than what the other black leaders have done over time. All you do is show up when something go on. As soon as somebody get hurt from the cops, here you come, showing up. That's all you do. You don't think nobody see that? Only time you show up is when something bad happens. You don't show up good you don't show up when nothing is going on and check black on black crime in the baddest neighborhoods in the community, in the country. I've never heard about you being in Compton significantly. You probably stepped foot in there. I'm sure you drove through there. You probably did. just for your own glory, just to say you did. You probably went through Compton, you probably went through Brooklyn, just to say you did. But you ain't do nothing about it. You ain't step out and put your life on the front line. You know how much people would have respected? You ain't even take advantage of that. You know how much people would have respected Black Lives Matter coming through the hood? Nobody wouldn't have hurt y'all. Y'all scared. Nobody wouldn't have hurt Black Lives Matter if they had came through the hood and started a movement through the hood, helping, talking to the gangbangers and talking to black people about killing each other. Nobody would have messed with them, man. Because y'all had already went out and marched concerning the police shootings. So you think somebody in the hood is really gonna let somebody bother y'all? They wouldn't have let nobody mess with y'all. But you ain't about that life. You ain't about that life, man. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, man. You know what I'm saying? So, man, look, man, for any movement, anybody, I'm telling you, your first work, man, you need to stop paying attention to these individual races that is not even impacting your community. That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous mission. You know what I'm saying? That's a ridiculous mission. That's why they laughing at you, man. That ain't nothing. Shit up singling out people, canceling people. I mean, come on, man. That's soft, man. Nobody don't care nothing about being canceled. They already probably reject your community and culture anyway. What they care about being accepted in anyway. They probably already at some point have rejected your community anyway and therefore your culture. I mean, so what are you really doing? Stopping them from getting a little money? People like that will see that as a badge of honor. Behind closed doors. Behind closed doors. Okay? So I mean, Black Lives Matter didn't even take advantage of the time that they had. It's gone now. I mean, people done talked about them stealing, taking advantage of the victims and getting money off of the victims. That time is past now, man. They have lost credibility. Okay, but when they had credibility, they could have went out to the hood. They could have went out everywhere. You see how they fizzled out? That's what I'm showing you, man. That's what I'm showing you. Every time there's a movement, that everyone wants to attack one source. And in the black community, uniquely and specifically, you have to first confront and have a type of civil war in the ghetto. Not against the bougie blacks. Here's the news flash. Not against the bougie blacks. No. Not against the suburban blacks. No. Not against the blacks down at Wall Street. They don't help you. No, you're gonna have to have a civil war in the ghetto. You're gonna have to, because it's so much killing. It's too much of a contradiction to be taken seriously as a movement, even by God. How you gonna ask God to bless your movement when you have not confronted your first enemy and your brother? How's your brother gonna be with you and stand with you when he ready to kill your other brother? God is a God of order. You gotta first get yourself in order. You know what I'm saying? So the first, hey, I'm not trying to start it. I'm just showing you what a conflict is. The conflict is just like it is with black on black crime. It's gonna be on black conflict to fix the black on black crime, because it's black on black. Therefore, black has to confront black. It's inevitable. What the white man gonna do? As soon as he come, you gonna tell him what he ain't doing for you and what he is doing to you. You ain't gonna listen to him, and you ain't gonna listen to Hispanics and Latinos. No, you're not, because you're gonna feel like they don't relate to your community. You ain't gonna listen to no other race because you don't feel like they relate to your community. So it's gonna take you to confront you. It's just a common sense thing. I know I'm right. I don't need your acceptance, and I don't need your applause. I know I'm right. It's a hard job, but somebody got to do it. Because I'd be darned if I'm going to sit up and let this world expire and go away with black people acting like, woe is me, when you killing each other. Like that don't mean nothing. That means everything. It shows how you see each other, And it's so much of a sharp contradiction, nobody's going to take you seriously. Not people like me. Until I see you going down there talking to people that need to be talked to the most about killing you, then I'm not going to take you seriously. And how much effort do you think it takes white people to think the same way? How much effort do you think it takes? You ain't fooling nobody. You think they don't think about this? How you are contradicting yourself. Nobody need to ease up on you, because if nobody eases up, we're going to keep being this way. Ain't nobody children. And you're stuck in worry, and you want me to be as easy. No, you need to feel it. You need to feel this. Because if you don't feel it, you ain't going to change. It's just like a mom beating her child, whooping her child. If I don't beat you, if I don't whoop you, you're not going to change. If I try to treat you nice and sweet and give you everything you want, you will not change. You will not be the man that you were supposed to be. That's just how your parents would tell you. You will not become who you're supposed to become if I do not discipline you and correct you. You'll be a spoiled little brat like you are, sitting back crying about what everybody's doing to you, but not looking at what you're doing. That's a brat. And then you want your way in every situation. And then what the bad part is, you are first in line as far as retribution, but you contradict it with the black on black crime. That's the devil in it. You the first in line, but you can't cash out on it because of the black on black crime. There's no way you can cash out on it.